Hello everyone and welcome back to SnowRunner. If you watched the last episode, you know mistakes were made. First of all, I didn't have to go all the way around that big loop. It was a much quicker path that I did not see at the time. But today we're going to be doing an actual mission, which is what I tried to bring you last time. So today we're going to be working on this one here, Riverside Repair. They have to deliver service spare parts, 2 of those, and 2 wooden planks. And I'm going to have to deliver them to the boatman's house. Now, the service parts are going to be down there at the warehouse, and the wooden planks will be there at the lumber mill. So we are going to go ahead and get going here. Let me mark my course, make sure I know where I'm going. The first part's easy because I'm just heading over here to the warehouse where I've been a bunch. And I've been to the lumber mill as well, but I don't know the route from my garage to there by heart like I do the warehouse. But it's always good to make sure. As you guys know my sense of direction, I could very easily completely take the wrong road and be lost. So hopefully this episode I'm not going to be tipping the truck over and spilling anything. I'm going to try to pay a lot better attention to where I'm going and pay attention to the road so that I don't get in that position again. I still can't believe that happened. That was unbelievable. I made it through all of that craziness of the super small road and going over the rocks and being turned almost on my side multiple times and be able to winch out. Pulled all that amazing stuff off just to completely botch it at the end because I didn't watch the road. That's absolutely horrible. And we're going to slip into all-wheel drive, get through this mud puddle. This is pretty standard stuff. We've done this before. We know that this truck can handle it. I'll be interested to see in the future what some of the other trucks are going to be like. Because as I said, this truck here, the Fleet Star, I believe it's called, or the Pay Star, one of the two. But this truck is an introductory truck in the off-road category. It's not a super high-powered, amazing vehicle, but it does a pretty decent job in the mud. So I'll be interested to see what the other trucks are like. Once we start getting into some of the ones that it takes a while to unlock and open up and that are a lot bigger, beefier than this. Come on now. See, the problem with the steering on this game, and I figured this out, is in most games when you're driving and you turn a direction, the wheels turn, and then they automatically go back to straight again so that you don't overcorrect yourself. So you're always moving straight, but you can turn the wheels if you want, but they go right back to straight if you don't do anything. On this game, that doesn't happen. When you turn the stick, the wheels turn, see? And they continue to turn until you turn them back. So what that causes is for you to turn the wheels with your stick, and then the truck doesn't automatically begin to turn super quick. So you think, well, I got to hit it again. So you turn even sharper, and when you release the stick, it doesn't go back to straight like it does on other games. So you just keep going that way, which causes you to go way too far to that direction. And then you kind of freak out and you whip it the other way, and you end up with that S-shaped thing that you see a lot, where you're going back and forth and back and forth. So hopefully this episode I'll do a better job of driving the truck as well, now that I've kind of figured this out. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to crash, because I am not the world's greatest driver on this game yet. I mean, this game is still fairly new. It's only been out a few days. And I haven't played like a ton on the game yet. I put in some hours, but I haven't put in the kind of hours that some other people have to be an expert at driving it. This is the second mud patch, water patch. We're going to have to do an episode here coming up where I'm not even worried about a mission or anything, where I just kind of go out and and see what kind of trouble I can get myself into. Just do some true mud bogging. And if I get stuck, I get stuck. I recently bought the Con, the off-road vehicle. I bought that after that horrible ending to that last episode, because I decided that I was going to go back out there and open up that map so that I could find the route. And I haven't opened up the map yet. I'm going to do that on camera with you guys. But I decided since I'm going to do that, I wanted a really, really good scouting vehicle to do it in. Everybody is saying that the Con is just crazy. It's this crazy, overpowered, amazing off-road vehicle. So it comes with the, I guess, platinum version of the game, the one where you get the season pass with it. But I did not get that version of the game because I never buy season passes, because I don't like all the DLC that comes out. Not all of it I want. So I figure I'll just buy what I want. And so that's what I did with the Con. It is $3.99, I believe it was, to purchase that DLC if you don't have the season pass. So I went ahead and got that and downloaded it. So I have the Con now. I have not looked at it yet. I believe that it is in my garage. So I'm going to do a separate video just on the Con where I open it up and I look at it, go through the customization menu. Here we are at the warehouse. I got to get 2 service spare parts. Was that what it was? My memory's horrible sometimes. Let's see. Yeah, service spare parts. I need 2 of those. So let me go ahead and get those. I'm going to do a separate video on the Con where I go through the customizations on it. I test it out, see how it works. I'm going to take it through some mud and stuff like that and just play with it and see if it's going to be a good vehicle to take out. I'm going to record that video right after I get done recording this video. So I don't know what order they are going to come up on the channel. I might end up uploading the Con video first because I imagine it'll be shorter. But we will see. So if you've already seen the Con review video, that means I put it up before I put this video up. It was filmed right after this one was. Alright, I got to get back on the road here. I'm kind of going everywhere. So we're going to be running this over to the boatman's house that's up by the town. And then we're going to go over to the lumber mill and pick up some wooden planks too. And we're going to do that. And then I'm going to do the Con video. And then I think before I take the Con all the way to the other map and start opening things up, because I'm going to do that as well, and you'll be able to watch a video on that in the future. But I think before I do that, I'm going to do a shorter video where I just get rid of that damn rock slide that's in the middle of the road that we ran into in that video, and I had to go a different way, because that way it'll just be a straight shot over there. I won't have to try to navigate a separate course to get to the tunnel. So I'm going to get rid of the rock slide in a separate video. Then after that video airs, then we will take the Con and we'll go over there and we'll begin to open that up. Now when I do that, I might go ahead and buy the fuel tanker to put on the back of this. That way I can carry an entire load of fuel with me too. There is a gas station there right in the beginning, but I don't know if I get super far out if I'm going to want to come all the way. I guess I could come all the way back. I don't know. We'll see what happens. There's a fuel tanker that you can put on the back of this truck, and then there's also a fuel tanker trailer that you can haul behind your truck. So there's 2 options there that we can do. But since the gas station is right at the beginning of that map, it might make sense to just go ahead and fill up when I get over there, and then I can always come back if need be. Because I'm going to have to park the trailer somewhere where I can get to it. Maybe tow the Con over. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll think on it a little bit and figure out what I want to do with it. But either way, we're going to go over there and explore that entire map and open up all the watchtowers and all that so that we can figure out the route that I need to take to get to that dam, because I may have failed that mission, but I will come back and do it again, and I will beat it. The main problem we had is I just didn't know where I was going because the entire map was blacked out and I couldn't see to place the route. I gotta be careful here. I'm up on this rock. I end up flipping again. Y'all be laughing at me like crazy. See, my biggest problem is I get to talking sometimes, and I don't pay as close of attention to what I'm doing as I'm supposed to be doing. I guess it's a southern thing. It's an old southern man thing, I guess, where we just kind of get to gabbing and kind of lose track of what we're doing. But that was my downfall of the last episode. So I've got to try to be conscious of that. I looked in the customization menu. I was going to buy one of those other winches for this one that would work if it was flipped over. But unfortunately, this truck does not have that option. So it's not available to me on this truck. So I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm going to have to bring another vehicle out to try to tip this back over if it tips on its side like that. And the place where I tipped last time, I just simply couldn't. There was just no way, because I was in the trees. This thing does pretty good in all-wheel drive. I mean, I've gotten through both of those mud patches back and forth with almost no problem. And even with a load on the back of it, without much problem. Let me turn the headlights on here. A lot of people will continually go to morning. I don't always do that. I do if it gets too dark, but the way the time passes on this game, you'd have to be stopping every couple of minutes going back to morning. But I do realize that it does get a little bit dark on your screen sometimes when you're trying to watch. So here shortly I will switch back over to morning. It's just so beautiful this time of day, isn't it? For me watching it, it's beautiful as I'm playing, but I don't know what it looks like on your screen. It might be too dark. It might look like it looks on mine. But this time of day always reminds me of fall and autumn, because everything has an orangish glow to it. And it reminds me of I always hit poles and rocks. It's terrible. Okay, let me hit it again. All right, we're not going to do this a third time. Let's turn the wheel, back on the road. There you go. I act like it's somebody else driving, like it's not me. It was completely me. So basically, that's kind of my Achilles heel is running into things sometimes. Now there's a spot right up here past this. I want to show you right up past this mud pit. See right there? Let me go over so I don't hit it. Right there is where I flipped and dropped those concrete blocks off camera that I was telling you about. There is a crazy little incline right there. And it doesn't look like anything until you get right up on it, but it will absolutely flip your truck on its side and you will lose everything. So now I try to make sure I stay on the other side. This game is full of stuff like that. These little spots that you can't even tell that it's going to do anything to you until it does. And then once you really look at it, you're like, oh man, obviously that was going to flip me. Why didn't I pay attention to that? But as you're driving, you don't see it right away. And that's kind of cool, I think. It's kind of like real life is, because sometimes you run over something that you can't even see in the mud or the water or whatever, and it kind of tilts your vehicle and you don't even know it's there. If you watch my gameplay on Grand Theft Auto 5, you could say it was a motorcycle, because I hit that motorcycle and went flying through the air. That was awesome. I'm just so impressed with this game in particular, and just gaming in general anyway. Because as I was saying on another episode, I'm an old school gamer, man. I started out with Pong and Pac-Man and all that kind of stuff. And to see games be what they are now is awesome, man. it just makes me so happy inside. Because it's almost like a real world you're maneuvering around in. And you can really, look at that tree, that is gorgeous. You can really just get lost in this. And all the troubles of the world just kind of go away. You know, it's a beautiful stress relief. And I know there are some people that get way too involved in video games and they get very angry and throw the remote, scream and holler and cuss and all that kind of stuff. But it's not really worth all that, man. The whole point of this is to have some fun. People take things too seriously sometimes. Now, if I take a right here, that leads back up to town. I might have to check when I get up to town to make sure that I know exactly where I'm going, because I did not plot this on the map. I just kind of tried to go by memory. So sometimes I get a little squirrely, and I kind of lose track of where I'm going. But I think I'm going the right way, because up here should be the gas station right past this. Oh, Lord have mercy. You got to go slower over there. It would be nice if when you went into the gas station, you could fuel up and repair your vehicle. That would be cool. For, you know, people like me that crash into everything. That would be a great thing to have. Wonder why I have to refuel more than once. You can only fuel so much at a time. That's weird. There might be a purpose to that. I just don't know it. But we should be getting fairly close to the area we need to go. Because I believe this is town right up here. So let me go ahead and stop and pull up my map. And let's see. Where are we going? No, that's a trailer store. That's not it. Where was I going again? Riverside Repair. Boatman's house. Where the hell's the boatman's house at? Am I crazy? Is it right in front of my face? That's the rock slide. Is it up this? I think it's up here. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's right. Because see, this is the way I could have taken if I wanted to avoid that rock slide. That leads right up to the other side. Switch to morning. Because I'm not exactly sure. I want to make sure that I did that right. Because I kind of plotted the course before I was exactly sure where I was going, because I thought I knew. And we'll see. We'll see if that comes back to bite me in the backside. Hopefully everything will work out fine. I'll be able to get right up there, no problem. Deliver this stuff, and then all we have to do is roll back over to the lumber mill and pick up the wooden planks and finish this mission. Now, each time you finish a mission, you get experience points that will help you gain levels and unlock other things, and you get cash. And the cash is important, obviously, to buy upgrades and to buy new vehicles and all that kind of stuff. I love it up here. It is pretty. I love the reds and the oranges and the trees. They did such a fantastic job with this game. Not only is it beautiful to look at, but the physics on the mud are incredible. You can have a deep mud hole that you sink down into and spin, but if you can turn your wheel a little bit and get up on top of the ruts, you can actually get traction and go, which is just like real life. It's brilliant that not all the mud has the exact same properties. That is amazing. Where did the road go? I'm on the road. The only problem with those blue markers is they're kind of bright, and sometimes when it's like this in the trees, it's a little darker, and you kind of lose the road. Am I on the road again or no? I think I am. Hopefully I am. Well, we're just going to follow these gaps in the trees and hope it's a road. It looks like a road. Maybe. Let's try again. Maybe we go this way. Is this the road? Ah, I think this is it. So that wasn't the road then. Some of those spots where it's just dirt and it gets a little darker because of the tree cover, that's kind of tough to figure out exactly where I'm supposed to be going. I can see the road pretty good now, though. See, that right there is a perfect example of what I was talking about earlier. How I turned the wheel and it kind of just jumped over because I didn't turn it back straight and I kind of overcorrected. Now that is not a bad thing because that's the way it is in real life. If you turn the wheel, it's going to stay turned until you turn it back. It's just going to take a little getting used to. As I play, I'll get better at it and we will not make those mistakes again. But overall, so far, I am absolutely loving this game. I think this is a fantastic game, and it is a challenging game. Okay. Now where... Oh, I haven't even accepted this yet? Well, how did I know to pick up the stuff then? It was on my list. Alright, so now we've accepted it. So where do I drop this stuff off at? Looks like maybe behind the house? Is that where it is, or? I'm not sure. Looks like there's an arrow there. How the hell do I get there? Can I drive around the side? Or do I need to... I don't see any other way. Sorry about your yard, fella. I apologize in advance. You should have put your loading zone in the front yard. Well, that's going to be tight. Oh, come on. No! I made it. That is tight. Alright, let's drop that off. Now we have to go get 2 wooden planks yet. I guess I probably could have came down right there from the road if I would have known. But I don't know if I trust that because I might... Yeah, see, this is a little bit of a little bump to get up here. I got a winch just to get out of here. So that might not have been the brightest idea to go down that way with the load. So maybe I'll just go around the house when I deliver the other 2. Oh, I broke that tree. Did you see that? All right, let's figure out how we're going to get to the... Where's the lumber mill at? Where are you at, lumber mill? Okay, there we go. Lumber mill. Now, where the hell am I? Way up here. Okay. Let's see. I gotta go there, obviously. I don't know if it connects down there, but I'm just gonna go this way. Because I've just came this way. See, I think it might go connect there, but I'm not sure, so I'm gonna go this way. Because it doesn't show it connecting on the map, but it looks like it might. But we're just gonna do it this way. Lumber mill's over here, so if I go... Let's see. Go down the middle of town. Take a left. Then take a right. And that should lead me right here to the lumber mill. Barring any bad turns or errant rock slides that I don't know about. I really hope that this goes off without a hitch. I hope I'm able to go and get to the lumber mill, get the wooden planks, bring them back, and finish the mission so that you can actually see a mission completed, because I completed a couple of them building bridges and stuff like that to open up this map without a problem, but there wasn't a whole lot of off-roading going on. And my record so far since I started making the videos for the game, it's not that great with actually completing these things. Let's see, make sure I know where the road is. That's going to be the most challenging part, I think, is getting out of here. Although I don't know what the other side has in store for me yet, so. But I know that it's very easy to lose the road in here, because it's awful dark. There we go. Is that the end of the trees? I think we're coming near the end of this little section. Because right down there should be the part that leads back to the main road. Yep. Oh yeah, we are golden. Okay, so now we just have to take this other path, go down to the middle of town, hook a left, then hook a right later, and then we should be up there at the lumber mill. Let's see what this is. Rock slide. That's the one I gotta get rid of, isn't it? Or no, that's another rock slide? Where's that rock slide at? Because the one I need to get rid of is further up, ain't it? I hope that other rock slide isn't going to block my way to get to the lumber mill. I guess I can always go all the way down by the bridge and come up that way, the way I did before, in the beginning of the game. But hopefully I can get there this way, because this way will be quicker. I should have taken care of all the rock slides before I did anything else. I wonder why they're blocking that little bit of town off. There's nothing wrong over here. Okay, so here I should be able to turn right. Yeah, turn right. Make sure I don't hit this pole. Now, hopefully those yellow arrows up there, hopefully that is the lumber mill. So there won't be any kind of obstacles that we have to remove from the path in order to get to it. So this one should be easy cheesy. We should be able to pick this up and then just take it right back where we just came from, and that'll be job done. And there are a lot of different jobs on this game that you do that are like this. That you go pick something up and drop it off somewhere. And then there's also like different contests you can do on here, all kinds of stuff. There's also a multiplayer mode, a co-op mode where you can play with other people online, where you can both be on the world, driving around in your trucks and doing jobs and doing stuff. That's going to be very cool too to play with. My cameraman for Tales from the Abyss, the TV show we do, he bought this game after watching the first episode I did on it. So he now owns it as well. So maybe one day we will get on there. Let's plot our course back so I don't get lost. Maybe one day we'll get on there and we'll do a multiplayer with this game or something. That might be fun. Is that right, or where am I at? No, that's not right. See, I went to the middle of town, then I went up, so I got to turn up here. But why can't I just go there and not have to go all that squiggly? That's the way I thought about coming out. See, there's a section there where it meets the bank. I don't know if it actually connects. I guess we're going to find out. Worst thing that'll happen is it won't connect and I'll have to go back. But if it does connect, it'll save me from driving through the trees and doing all that squiggly S-turn stuff and losing the road. So we shall see. So far this episode, I have not had any trouble as far as getting stuck at all. I've went through everything very easily. I don't even think I've had to use all-wheel drive that much. That's kind of how it was when I was fixing the bridges and everything. There was really no mud to get stuck in or anything really bad that was going on. Some parts of this map are really bad as far as trying to get through, and then some parts are fairly easy. Now there's trailers that are littered throughout the area that you go and pick up, sometimes for a mission, sometimes just to sell. So I'll probably do a lot of that kind of stuff as well. I'll probably do most of that off camera unless it's in a really good spot that I can get stuck in real easy. But most of it's just going to be driving somewhere, picking up a trailer, taking it to a trailer store and selling it. So I don't think that'll be very exciting to watch. But for the most part, as far as all the major things, what is that? Something was dinging. As far as all the major things, I'm going to do those with you guys. But I obviously am not going to be able to do every single thing with you guys because I'm sure you don't want to watch me driving around the map, picking up trailers and taking them and selling them for an hour. Now there are a lot of people that, yeah, see this goes up where that other watchtower was that I opened up in the first episode. There are a lot of people that only look at the map once and they just know exactly where to go. And that's amazing to me because I'm not that kind of person. I have to keep checking and making sure I'm still going the right direction. Because a lot of times I end up going the wrong way and getting lost. So, yeah, I'm going to turn right down here by where that watchtower was from the first episode. So there is a bit of mud and muck right down here to get through, but I don't think it was that bad if my memory serves. So yeah, this is a hell of a lot easier than going up through those woods was, because the woods didn't have any mud to speak of really, but it was hard to figure out where the hell the road was. And as you saw, I kind of went the wrong way once, but this is a little bit of mud and muck, but she'll pull through her real easy. Now up here at the end, if I remember correctly, I got stuck in my pickup because there's a big bunch of water up here that I have to go through. So we'll see how she pulls through it. If nothing else, I can always winch if I have a tree available. And there are a couple trees up here, so. This is the spot I was talking about, right here. This is where the water gets pretty deep, and it gets kind of sketchy. I'm in all-wheel drive, so it did not even hesitate. Not even a little bit. You go, redneck truck. Now it should be as simple as just driving right up here to the house. It should be just up around the corner somewhere. And delivering this stuff, and that'll be it. There won't be too much more to speak about. And we are somewhere around a half hour, a little bit more in, so probably after I drop this off, I'm going to go ahead and end this one. And the next time you see me on this game will either be the con review, or if I've already posted the con review, you will see me clearing that damn landslide, that rock slide that messed us up last time. That's my next big thing I'm going to do. I'm going to get rid of that so that when we go out there with the con to unlock that map, let's make sure I can get through here. Last time I kind of hit this stump. Oh, this time I'm going to hit it again. Is that a stump or a barrel? Looks like a stump. Well, we'll drop this off, but next time you see me, I will be doing that landslide and getting those rocks out of the road so that we can go straight through. So that'll be really a lot of fun. That'll be about it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. You finally got to see a completed mission, so that's great. Please like and subscribe to the channel and all that jazz. And once again, thank you for all your support. Until I speak to you again, love many, trust few, and do harm to none. God loves you, and so do I. Bye-bye.